All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich CELENZA. Thanks for checking out the Rich CELENZA show. So what I think I'm going to call this podcast is, how much time are you going to waste not doing what you want? I don't even know if that'll fit. Who gives a shit? Hold on, let me get a glass of water here. I didn't even realize I was this thirsty. So the reason I bring this up is because I've been going through this myself. And a lot of times what I want to talk about on my podcast is things I'm going through personally as well. I think a lot of times when people talk shit like this or talk about their things, they're always kind of like, oh, my past, I used to make this mistake. Well, I just made this mistake and I'm still making it. And most likely I'm going to also in the future, just a heads up. And that is wasting a lot of time on doing shit I don't want to do. And that can even be things that I think I want to do, if that makes sense. So if I'm marketing, say, for instance, my podcast on any of my social media platforms, because I got a lot now, I catch myself, marketing maybe and spending time on those social media platforms, either posting or not posting or just getting lost and doing things on the computer, I should say, more or less, and just wasting so much time. And what's interesting is I think I used to convince myself and say, no, when you're on the computer and you're doing all these things and creating all this, it's what you want to do and it's going to always pan out for you and you're always going to get what you want out of it. The truth is, it's not that way at all. And it took me many, many years to realize this, but I still have this problem. And it's not just in that. I'm saying in life in general. I think a lot of us, and I've previously touched upon this sometimes, is us doing things continuously that just waste our days throughout the day. And if you look at how much you did for what you wanted to do, I should say, compared to what did you not want to do. Now, if you got a job, I get it. You don't like your job and you're there 40 or whatever amount of time, I get that. I'm not talking about that, just so we're clear. And if you hate your job, you hate your job. There's nothing I can tell you to do that you probably already don't know. But we all got to make bread. I get it. I'm kind of talking about your free time. And a lot of times, again, I think we're spending so much damn time on the phone. We're also just kind of in a daze. Like everything, not everyone either. Believe me, there's guys out there knocking it in the ass and kicking ass and getting shit done. Let's not get ridiculous, too. I don't want you to think that I'm telling you that if you are somebody that's blazing, that's getting a lot of things done, God bless you. I'm kind of talking about a lot of people that are wasting a lot of time. And what's funny is at the end of the week, month, or year, them not accomplishing kind of what they thought they would accomplish and being mad about it. Or bullshitting themselves and say, man, I was working so hard this last year and I had all these goals and I tried to do all these things and I put all this time and effort into it. Did you really? I mean, and if you did put a lot of time and effort into it, was it really valuable? Kind of like what I was saying earlier. I can sit around all day and create content. Let's just say, for instance, it could be a podcast. It could be for my YouTube channel. It could be photos. It could be for reels on Instagram. It could be all these things. But I got to pay attention and see what is working, what isn't, and also why I'm doing this, I think, too. I think where a lot of us get confused in life, in my personal opinion, is we pick up kind of these stupid habits of wasting time. And I think it even starts, for me, it started in high school, and I still do this shit. I walk around malls. I don't even shop in malls anymore. I'll go to a mall, even if it's with my girlfriend or not. I still go to malls all the time, walking around. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm looking at different things in fashion and everything, but I even realized to say I don't like high fashion anymore right now. And I don't buy things anymore. I have too many clothes. I'm actually looking to get rid of things. I'm just walking around there to grab a cup of coffee, and it's almost like a relaxing thing. But after I think about it, what did I get out of that visit? Like, if it took me a half an hour to drive there, and if I don't eat in the food court, and I walk around for an hour, hour and a half, get a cup of coffee, it's a 3-hour wasted day. Now, again, it kind of relaxes me, but I could have, you look at that at the end of the year. How many times did I do that? How much time am I wasting? Now, that's my own wacky shit. But if you're somebody out there that you want to start doing certain things, I talk about it all the time, and you find it very valuable, start doing it and do it quickly, right? I don't care what it is. I don't care if you want to fish. I don't care if you want to go do something fitness related. I don't care if you want to I hang out at Barnes and Nobles. That's the one place that I love to go, which it's funny because I hated going to libraries in my youth. But I do go to Barnes and Nobles. I do work and I do read. And the reason I go there a lot of times is because they have all these books that I like to read. I find that very valuable. But I am going to say this again. A lot of times I catch myself there doing stupid shit online. I'll open my computer and I lose an hour. Just maybe on checking Instagram, Facebook. It could be Twitter. It could be LinkedIn. Whatever the case may be. YouTube. I get caught up with watching something. Again, I'm where I want. Again, I'm kind of bullshitting myself saying I'm getting a lot out of this. But at the end, sometimes I don't. Anyways, I just thought I would do a podcast on this. I don't want to get super long with it. But pay attention and start really trying to do things you love to do that you're getting something out of. And again, it doesn't... I think, too... I'm going to wrap it up with this. I think people think they have to become obsessed with one thing and stick with it. And I get it. But you may just be like, take maybe a year. This sounds crazy. Just doing a bunch of different shit. And I was able to do this when I traveled. So I had these weird environments where I can experiment and go to different places, not only restaurants or bars or lounges or malls. It was just kind of having all this time to just kind of roam and journey and go on these journeys. I don't care if I was walking on the ocean somewhere taking a photo, or if I'm in the blizzard in Alaska, or if I'm... Now, I know you may not have access to that, but you'd be shocked in your own city or state where you can just roam around and see what's going on instead of maybe just doing the same old thing that you're always doing, or just saying, okay, I'll just use fitness for an example. Like, okay, I'm going to start working out this year. You just go to one gym. I talk about it all the time. Try a bunch of different gyms. A lot of them will give you 1 or 2 weeks free. Not only that, go maybe play or watch different sports going on. You don't always have to do weights. You can go to a yoga, a Pilates. You can go watch volleyball, basketball. And again, even if you're a gamer or you love comic books or go out, experiment, try a bunch of different things. You'd be shocked at what you may fall into. But a lot of us are either afraid to go try different things, or we're just kind of lazy. But there's probably a lot of things out there you'd love to do. You just don't even know you love it yet because you never do it, or you never tried it, or never did it. So I'm going to wrap it up there with my craziness, but I'm telling you, experiment in life and start, like I said, do the things you want to do, and also maybe start doing things that you wouldn't think you'd want to do. I'll leave it there. Got any questions or comments, hit me up. I'm at richcelenza.com. I also help men with their confidence, so if you have any issues with that, you can hit me up. And believe me, that does not mean that I'm super duper confident guy here, that everything that I say or do is I'm 100% confident what I do. I have my own insecurities, my own fears. I try to, address them, and I try to help dudes, I guess, for the most part, address them as well, especially when it comes to maybe meeting women or helping them with their maybe their identity, which could include fitness or wardrobe and things in that nature. All right, take care, and I wish you all nothing but the best.